Hey, pals. So far, we have talked about solving equations and inequalities and simplifying expressions. So the next layer is to kind of smash those two things together. And it's called multi-step equations and inequalities. So our I can statement is I can apply properties of expressions to solve multi-step equations. So we're taking the idea of combining like terms, distributing, simplifying. You can do that when you solve an expression or an equation. So over here on the side, we have a little checklist to help us keep track of where we are in this process. Anyway, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to distribute, if there's distribution to do. Then you're going to combine like terms, and then that should be simplified after that, right? You shouldn't have to distribute or combine anything. Then you're going to circle and undo the constant. Then you're going to box and undo the coefficient. And they're going to check your work. So we draw a line through our equal sign to say, hey, what side am I working from? Then I see that I have a distribution. So I have these parentheses, right? I can't combine what's inside. I can't do 3x plus 6 and get 9x. They're not like terms. So what I have to do is I have to take the number on the outside and distribute it to each term on the inside. So we're going to do 6 times 3x, then 6 times 6. Then I'm going to go ahead with multiplication. 6 times 3x is 18x. 6 times 6 is 36. And since that's a positive 36, I'm going to add it. Then the other side of the equal sign is going to stay the same. So we distributed. I don't have any like terms to combine, right? 18 has an x, 36 does not, so they are not like terms. So I don't need to do that step. Now I'm going to circle and undo the constant. So the constant is the number on its own without a variable that is being added or subtracted. So we're adding 36. The opposite of adding 36 is subtracting 36. What I do on the side of the variable, I must do on the other side. So 36 minus 36 is 0. Those go away. On the left, we have 18x left over. Then 180 minus 36 is 144. So we did that step. We got rid of the constant. Now we're going to box and undo the coefficient. My coefficient is 18x. So 18x means 18 times x. I undo multiplying by dividing by 18. What I do on one side, I have to do on the other side. 18x divided by 18 is 1x, which is always our goal. Then 144 divided by 18 is 8. So we boxed and got rid of that coefficient. So what it looks like to check our work is to go back to the original equation. And I want to see if that equals 180. And if it does, I did it correctly. Okay, so instead of x, I'm going to put with what I think x equals, which is 8. Then we're going to do our order of operations. So we're going to do what's inside of parentheses first. And the first thing happening inside of parentheses is multiplication. 3 plus 8 is 24. Then I have addition inside of the parentheses. 24 plus 6 is 30. And 6 times 30 is 180. So since I got them to equal the same thing, that means that x equals 8. That is indeed my solution. So we checked our work. All right, next one. 10x plus 18 plus 34.5 minus 3x equals 119. So I don't see any parentheses to distribute, so I don't need to do that step. But we do have some like terms that we can combine. So 10x and minus 3x are like terms. That minus has to go with the 3, you guys. And then 18 and 34.5 are like terms. All I've done is rearrange like terms to be by each other. Then I'm going to combine like terms. 10x minus 3x is 7x. 18 plus 34.5 is 52.5. And then I no longer have like terms on the same side of the variable, so I'm done combining my like terms. Now I'm going to circle my constant, this plus 52.5. The opposite of plus 52.5 is minus 52.5. On the left side, I still have 7x. Then 119 minus 52.5 is 66.5. So I got rid of the constant, and now I still have a coefficient. So I'm going to box my coefficient. 7x means 7 times x. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. What I do on one side, I have to do on the other. 7x divided by 7 is 1x. 66.5 divided by 7 is 9.5. So I got rid of the coefficient. I made the coefficient into 1. So again, what it would look like to check our work is to go back to the original equation. And every time instead of x, I'm going to put 9.5. So 10 times 9.5 plus 18 plus 34.5 minus 3 times 9.5. So I just substituted 9.5 in for x. Then I have to do the multiplication. 10 times 9.5 is 95. Plus 18 plus 34.5 minus 3 times 9.5 is 28.5. And then we do addition and subtraction. So 95 plus 18 plus 34.5 minus 28.5 is 119. And guys, all I did was I just typed that in my calculator, right? The 95 plus plus minus. So since they match, they both equaled 119. That is my solution. All right, so these ones. We have to distribute and combine like terms. So we're going to start by distributing. So I'm going to take negative 4 times 2/5 x. Then negative 4 times negative 5. And then I leave everything else the same. I like to rewrite it to make sure I didn't forget anything or leave anything out. And so I'm just making sure that it's still there. So then we can actually do the multiplication. So negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. 1 times 5 is 5. So this is negative 8/5 x. Negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20. Minus 12 is less than negative 17.6. So I took care of the parentheses by distributing. Now I need to combine like terms. 20 minus 12, those two are like terms. They're both constants, numbers on their own. 20 minus 12 is positive 8. So anything that didn't have a like term, I'm just going to leave alone. So then I draw a line through my symbol. I work on the side with the variable, so on the left side. We're going to circle our constant, which is plus 8. To undo plus 8, we're going to subtract 8. What I do on one side, I must do on the other. So the 8's go away. I still have negative 8/5 x. Negative 17.6 minus 8 is negative 25.6. My coefficient is negative 8/5 x. To undo a fraction, I multiply by the reciprocal. So times negative 5/8. So those two cancel each other out. I still have a 1x. And then 25.6 times negative 5/8 is 16. I just used my calculator. But, look, I multiplied by a negative number. Okay? That means I have to flip the direction of my symbol. So it opens the other way now. So x is greater than 16. To graph that, I put a circle. There it goes. I put a circle on 16, and you can color in anything that makes this inequality true. Okay, so I'm going to try 13. Is 13 greater than 16? Nope. Okay. Then I'm going to try 16. Is 16 greater than 16? No. So I'm going to leave that circle there, but I don't get to color it in. I'm going to color in anything that is greater than 16, which is going to be all of the numbers this direction on the number line. And if I continued this number line, it would keep going. Any number to the right would be greater than 16. All right, last one. We need to distribute. So I have some parentheses. So I'm going to take 8 times 0.75x. Then 8 times 2.25. I'm going to rewrite the rest of it, but leave it alone. I'm not doing anything with it right now, but I don't want to forget about it. Then I'm going to do the multiplication. 8 times 0.75 is 6. Eight times 2.25 is 18. Since it's a positive 18, I'm going to do plus 18. Then I'm leaving the rest of it alone. I no longer have anything to distribute, so I can check that off my list. I do have some like terms that I can combine. This minus belongs to the x. There's not a number in front of x, that number is 1. So if you're someone who likes to rearrange it, that's what it would look like. 6x minus 1x is 5x. And then I'm down to just a constant and a coefficient. So I'm done combining like terms. Then I'm going to draw a line through my symbol. We're going to circle the constant, which is plus 18. The opposite of plus 18 is minus 18. What I do on one side, I have to do on the other side. The 18s go away. I still have 5x on the left is greater than or equal to 35 minus 18 is 17. Then we box and undo our coefficient. 5x means 5 times x. The opposite of times x is dividing. So we're going to divide by 5 on both sides. 5x divided by 5 is 1x. 17 divided by 5 is 3.4. And then I don't need to change the direction of my symbol because I did not multiply or divide by a negative number. So, there it goes. So I circled and got rid of the constant. I got rid of the coefficient. So to graph this one, x is greater than or equal to 3.4. So I'm going to put a circle around 3.4, which is going to be about here. Not quite halfway between 3 and 4. Okay. It has an equal to sign. This equal to sign lets me know that it can be exactly 3.4. So I can color in the circle. Then I'm also going to shade in anything that is greater than 3.4. We're just going to be all the numbers to the right.